The story opens quietly but uneasily, with Millie arriving at the grand yet strangely cold home of Andrew Winchester. From the very first moment, the house feels less like a sanctuary and more like a carefully arranged display, immaculate on the surface but hiding something unsettling beneath. Nina, Andrew's wife, greets Millie with warmth that feels practiced rather than genuine. She studies Millie's resume, openly questioning why someone with excellent academic credentials would settle for a job as a house manager. Millie gives a simple answer, claiming a love for cooking and children, though even she knows the truth is more desperate. Nina speaks fondly of her daughter Cece, emphasizing that she is special, then gives Millie a detailed tour of the house, praising Andrew's obsession with order and design. She casually reveals she is in the early months of pregnancy and needs help, though Andrew doesn't yet know. By the time Millie leaves with a small cash payment for her trouble, she is convinced she will never be called back, certain her lies will be discovered. Alone in her car that night, it becomes clear Millie has no home at all, living under the shadow of a probation sentence that limits every choice she makes. Fate turns quickly. The very next morning, after being woken by a police officer for sleeping in her car, Millie receives a call offering her the job immediately. When she returns to the house, she finds chaos instead of order, with Nina distracted and overwhelmed. Andrew and Cece arrive later, and although Andrew seems surprised to see a stranger working in his home, he welcomes her politely. Millie's assigned room is small and unsettling, with sealed windows and no key, giving her the first real sense that her safety is conditional. Nina promises to fix these things and gives Millie a new phone connected to her own bank card, a gesture that feels generous but quietly invasive. Soon after, Nina's behavior shifts dramatically. She erupts in fury over a missing speech, accusing Millie of lying and threatening her job, only to calm instantly when Andrew intervenes. This pattern of volatility leaves Millie uneasy, and she begins to pity Andrew, convinced he is trapped with an unstable wife who doesn't deserve him. As days pass, Millie notices warnings she initially ignores. Enzo the gardener bluntly tells her she doesn't belong there. Nina grows increasingly controlling, policing Millie's behavior and appearance while accusing her of inappropriate closeness to Andrew. Millie overhears Nina's friends speaking cruelly about her, revealing a history of psychiatric hospitalization and rumors of infertility. Searching the medicine cabinet confirms her fears when she finds antipsychotic medication. By now, Millie is frightened enough to consider leaving, yet she feels trapped by her probation conditions and lack of options. When she witnesses signs of violence between Nina and Andrew, her fear deepens, but Andrew's calm dismissals confuse her. The house becomes a place of constant tension, where Millie feels watched, tested, and quietly manipulated. The truth begins to surface through fragments. Other nannies speak of Nina's alleged attempt to drown her daughter, a story that cements Millie's belief that Nina is dangerous. Yet Nina's behavior grows stranger, denying requests she herself made and punishing Millie financially for supposed mistakes. When Nina and Cece leave for the weekend, Millie and Andrew are left alone and lines are crossed. Their relationship becomes intimate, and Millie believes she has finally escaped her past and found security. She imagines herself replacing Nina, becoming the woman of the house. That illusion shatters when Nina returns and exposes Millie's prison history, then orchestrates her arrest by falsely reporting her car stolen. Andrew rescues her, professing acceptance of her past, but the power imbalance is already shifting in a far darker direction. When Andrew expels Nina from the house and claims Millie as his partner, it feels like a victory that arrives too easily. Slowly the mask slips. Andrew's obsession with control emerges, first subtly then unmistakably. The shattered family heirloom dishes trigger something cold and precise in him. Millie soon finds herself locked inside the very room she once feared, accused of negligence and ordered to harm herself as punishment. The story rewinds to reveal Nina's past, exposing Andrew as the true monster. He manipulated, imprisoned, and tortured Nina, gaslighting the world into believing she was insane while he maintained his flawless image. Her supposed crimes were the result of his cruelty, his drugs, his calculated cruelty designed to break her completely. Millie's own past echoes this truth. She was imprisoned for defending a friend from a violent man, punished by a system that favored wealth and power. That memory fuels her resolve. Refusing to become another victim, she turns Andrew's rules against him. She pretends to comply, then attacks him, locking him inside the room and forcing him to experience the terror he inflicted on others. When Nina returns to save who she believes is Millie, the final confrontation unfolds. Andrew's reign ends violently, not through justice systems that failed, but through the combined resistance of the women he tried to destroy. In the aftermath, truth finally finds room to breathe. Nina is believed, helped by someone who understands Andrew's pattern of abuse. Millie disappears quietly, free at last, attending Andrew's funeral from a distance before moving on with her life. The final scene mirrors the beginning, with Millie interviewing for another house manager position, recognizing the signs of abuse in another household and choosing to step in, not as a victim, but as someone who knows exactly how these stories begin and how dangerous they can become. If you've made it this far, this story raises unsettling questions about power, control, and the way appearances can hide horrific truths. Do you think Millie's actions were justified, or did the system leave her with no other choice? How many people like Andrew hide behind wealth and charm, never exposed until it's too late? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy deep, dramatic breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story that dives beneath the surface.